Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's Sahaja Yoga meditation session. And tonight we're going to be looking at the oneness of the spirit. And for that we're going to be introducing Lisa very shortly. In the meantime, hi to Leah, my co-host for tonight.
Hi Richard, how are you doing?
Thank God it's Friday, as they say. And for us, it's an extra special bonus because we get to have this wonderful collective meditation with all of you. And we look forward to it. Look forward to Friday as much as anybody else, if not more so. And how has your week been, Leah?
Wow, it's been a big week. Yes, it's been a big week. Lots of meditation. We had the meditation at our house on Wednesday morning, which was lovely to have quite a few people come, and we did it in the garden. So it was very memorable. We got some beautiful photographs from it. So it's been a great week. It's been a great blessing, and it's so good that we're here and we can meditate together. It's a real wonderful thing. So welcome everyone. It's lovely to be here with you all again today.
Indeed, yeah. It really is such an awesome blessing, really, that with all that's going on in the world, that we can get together like this and go into thoughtless awareness and enjoy the meditation and that oneness of spirit that comes with our self-realization, whether we're here, there, or anywhere. So on that note, Lisa, welcome.
Hello, lovely to be here. And hello to everybody wherever you are. I guess for some people it's not evening as it is here in Australia. It might be morning or afternoon. So welcome. And I'm glad that we can all be together like this and enjoy this beautiful experience of meditation.
Indeed. And so, Lisa, you're going to be sharing with us the experience of the oneness of the spirit. But you've been, like Leah, myself, and Kanan, who's our tech support for tonight, been doing Sahaja Yoga meditation for a long time, but this is the first time that you're joining us on this particular series of online programs or sessions. So we've got to ask, how did you start your transformational career in Sahaja Yoga?
Sure.
Where did it all start for you?
Okay. From a quick logistical perspective, I'm from here in Western Australia, from Perth. I was living in the Northwest when I first heard about Sahaja Yoga, but it wasn't actually until I had a short visit to Darwin on my way to somewhere else. It had been organised for me to stay overnight at the home of some Sahaja yogis. So while I was there, I received my self-realization and was taught how to meditate. I spent some time in remote areas where there were no other yogis, but I was doing my best to learn to meditate. And then after that, I eventually moved back to Perth and have been able to share this experience with a beautiful spiritual family, our Sahaja Yoga family. So it was back in August 2005 when I received my self-realization, and my sense of self is so much more stable and deep. I'm able to stay in balanced so much better than what I was able to, prior to this meditation. I find I react a lot less, so I'm less attached to people and situations and outcomes. Of course, we understand that doesn't mean that we're coldly detached. It just means we're not unhealthily embroiled.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because, yeah, you said that in those early days, which is not that long ago, but if you were in a remote location, that was it. You might when we go into thoughtless awareness, when we go into meditation, we're all connected. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But in a logistical sense, to use your expression there, if you were in a remote area, that was it. You were in a remote area. But these days we have the internet, and as long as we can get an internet connection, nobody has to go through that particular little challenge, because you can always get together online, even if you can't get together in person. Like Leah was saying at the outset, we had a lovely get together at her place on Wednesday morning, and that really is in many ways, the ultimate, and we'd highly recommend that whenever possible. But when you can't do that, then at least you can get together thanks to this technology that we have.
Yes, we're certainly blessed with the technology, as you say, and there are so many programs running internationally in so many languages, so people don't have to miss out if they can't physically be present at a program with other people meditating.
Indeed. Well, what do you reckon, Leah? Shall we hand it over to Lisa?
Yes, I think it would be great. Lisa's talking about all of us, our spirit, who we truly are. We're not this illusion, body and mind. We are truly the spirit. And so, yes, please, let's have Lisa tell us a little bit more about all that and how it works, and take us into meditation. Please, Lisa.
Now, I don't think we've tied up our Kundalini and put on a bandhan yet, have we?
Yeah.
Very
good. Let's do
Can we do that together?
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be great.
Excellent.
All right. Are we aware if there's anyone here for the first time?
Well,
if you're here for the first time, you just watch what we're doing and do it together. And then we tie one knot. That's raising our Kundalini and tying the energy on the top of the head. And then we do it for the second channel, left hand inside right hand. Take it all the way up. And here we look up and we do 2 symbolic knots. And then we do it 3rd time because we have 3 channels of energies. And we tie 3 knots here. And then now we keep the left hand by the left hip and take the right hand and do like a big rainbow all the way over the head and back again. And each time we meet the left hand, that's 1. So let's do this together 7 times.
Thank you, Leah, for guiding us through that. And
over to you, Lisa.
Thank you. Well, the oneness of the spirit, it's an enormous topic. Indeed, many of our topics or aspects of Sahaja Yoga are enormous, deep and wide, beyond what we can imagine. I'll just use a few words to describe this experience. I'll quote something, just a few words from the speech of Shri Mataji that we'll be hearing shortly. But once you're born of your spirit, you feel the oneness that all cells belong to one great being. Microcosm becomes the macrocosm. And this reminds me of the ocean. So if we have a little dropper from our homeopathic or essential oil bottle and we just take one little drop of water out of the ocean, that one drop on its own is alone and small. But when all the drops are together in the ocean, just flowing together as a living being, that oneness is enormous, and it just functions so naturally and goes the way that it's supposed to go with all the life that's within it. So that's, I guess, one way of expressing oneness, you know, comparing our experience of being the spirit joined together with our connection to the divine is like an amazing ocean. We have the ocean covering the whole earth, well, apart from the bits of land in between, but you know what I mean. Another aspect of this oneness is our direct connection as people. So if we have our self-realization and we're with another person who has their self-realization, there's a sense of connection. There's a feeling that we can just intuitively share this experience of our spirituality, or understand each other, or perhaps feel vibrationally on our hands, you know, a catch that somebody might be having, and we can just quietly do a little bandan or say a little prayer to help that person, because we're connected with them and we can feel something about them that needs a little bit of help, so we can be sharing love in that way. So there's so many aspects to oneness, but they are just a couple of things that pop up in my attention about the topic. I do find that Shri Mataji explains things really well. So we'll have the opportunity to hear her speaking in a little bit on this topic, which she joins in with many other topics, but it all just forms into a oneness somehow. It's quite amazing. Before we go into that, shall we spend a few minutes together clearing our 3 channels? So shall we start off by clearing our left channel? We can have our left hand open, palm facing upwards on our leg, and we can have our right hand down towards Mother Earth. We'll bring our attention inside. And let's ask, Mother Kundalini, please clear my left channel, my Ida Nadi, as Sanskrit words. Please balance my emotional aspects. Take away my overindulgence in my emotions. Mother Kundalini, please clear my left channel. As part of the oneness, the elements of nature assist us in our balance. And here, with our hand towards Mother Earth, she's able to absorb any of the negativities, any impurities dropping out of our system, bringing us into balance. We'll bring our right hand back to our lap now. We can take our left hand up into the chimney position, palm facing back. Let's have our attention on clearing our right channel. Mother Kundalini, please clear my right channel, or in Sanskrit, my Pingala Nadi. Mother, please vent out the excess heat from my overdoing or overthinking or overplanning. Please help me to surrender my right channel, that I may flow in the divine vibrations. Impurities from our right channel and vent up into the ether, which knows how to clear away these impurities. Shall we bring our left hand to our lap? So now we have both of our hands open on our lap. Let's bring our attention to clearing the center channel, or in Sanskrit, our Sushumna Nadi. Mother Kundalini, please clear my center channel, this channel of my spiritual ascent. Mother, please deepen my commitment to my spiritual ascent and make me an integrated person. We can just be relaxed as our Mother Kundalini is rising up through the limbic area of the brain, up through the fontanelle bone area, at our crown chakra, the Sahasrara, very naturally placing us in that connected state with the divine. It's good just to check in with ourselves, remembering how we feel at the beginning of this program. And then at the end, check in with ourselves again and see how we're feeling. This introspection can help us recognize how this meditation is working for us. Moving on from this moment, we're going to hear a short piece of music by Johann Sebastian Bach. The particular vibrations of his compositions are very good for activating our right side. So for example, perhaps if we're at the end of a very busy week, we might sort of really just flop down and go, oh, I can't be bothered doing anything. And so it's kind of like we've crumbled into our left side. And perhaps something that activates the right side, like a beautiful piece of Bach music, can just help us that little bit as we get into our clearing and meditation. So following that cello suite number 1 in G major, first movement, we will then hear a portion of a speech from Shri Mataji. That speech is called, what is that speech called? It's called Becoming the Light Within. After that, we will continue meditating with some beautiful flute music. And Richard and Leah and myself will join up together again on screen before we continue on towards the end of program.
It's a spontaneous. It's a spontaneous process. You cannot pay for it. And once you understand this simple point, that you cannot pay for it, is a spontaneous thing. It is your own. It is within your being that this Kundalini resides. And it resides in such a way that it notes everything that you do. It's like a tape recorder. It's your mother. And she is never going to harm you. But she knows about her child. She is your individual mother. And she is the pure desire within you. All other desires are impure desires. It's an energy. An energy which is the reflection of the Holy Ghost, because Holy Ghost is the energy of God, which is all pervading. This energy resides in the triangular bone. And the Greeks knew about it because they called the bone as sacred. This is all your own. You don't have to go anywhere else to find God. Let her have a chair. Get her a chair here. She wants to come closer to you. All right, please be seated. She is a born realized person. How are you? So, these great things are available to you at your command. You have got it. And the times have come. So many people have to get realization. But not through your mental projections, not through your understanding. You can understand the miracles of God. You cannot. Must understand very humbly that we have to go beyond. We have to become the Spirit. As Krishna has said, Atman nevatmane tushtaha. That is, through Atma only the Atma will know. That is, the Spirit will know itself through the Spirit. It is a simple thing to be understood that we are not yet the Spirit and we have to become the Spirit. That's what Christ has clearly said. Because people did not become the Spirit, now they are challenging Him. They are challenging His miracles. To see His miracles, one thing is that you have to be the Spirit. Now all that is within you, in your own power. It's all there. You have to just get it awakened and you become that. Once you become the Spirit, you become the light, and then you can give realization to other people. Now the people, when they are skeptical and they start doubting, I think there's nothing to doubt. You are doubting yourself. Because you are not to pay anything here. You are not to do anything but to get your realization, that's all. Very simple. Why should you doubt? Because your brain is such that you doubt the right and never the wrong. So please tell your mind that just now, wait for a while. Let me become the Spirit. Then the same mind, you will be surprised. The same mind will communicate to you what you have achieved and what you have. But as a result of spiritual ascent, what do you get? That's the main point. What should happen? So the first thing happens to us is that we become, again I say you become, on your central nervous system, collectively conscious. That is, on your fingertips, you can feel the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. You can feel the centers of another person. On your fingertips, you can feel it. You can know about your own centers. You can know about the center of others. That is one thing that happens to you, that you become collectively conscious. I say you become. It's no certificate by anybody else, but you yourself can find out that a new awareness has come on your chakras and you can feel it. That you can feel what's wrong, particularly in a particular place within your being. Also, you know how to cure it, how to put it right, how to make all right. This is the first thing you get as a knowledge of collective consciousness. Your attention becomes enlightened because you become aware of yourself and of others. Now, this awareness is a very good word in English language, if you understand. Human beings are much more aware than the animals. Where? On the central nervous system. Whatever we have achieved in our evolution is on the central nervous system. So whatever has to happen to you has to be on the central nervous system, so that you achieve the epitome of your evolution. From amoeba, you become the human being, and now you have to become the higher being, not a frog or an earthworm, but a higher being who can feel another personality and your own personality. And then you have to know how to cure it. What I do Isn't it? It's just like a light which is enlightened can enlighten another light. That's all. You are all ready, and the another light gets enlightened. So your ego should not feel challenged at all. There should be no fear that you are obliged to me or there's some obligation on you, nothing of the kind. This is the first thing happens to you. Then the second thing happens, that you become aware that you are a part and parcel of the whole. Because you start feeling another person within you. You start understanding another person within you, not mentally but on your vibrations. So you understand which part of your being is not all right and which part is all right. For example, if somebody gets cured through Sahaja Yoga and he tries to thank me for that or thank anyone for that, there's nothing to thank. Because who is the other? Supposing this hand is feeling the pain, the another hand suits it like that. It's doing no obligation on this hand. It's happening automatically because there is nobody who is the other. So this is the second thing happens to you, that you feel conscious, aware that you are part and parcel of the whole. Then you know the truth. What is the truth? The truth is that you are the light, that you are the spirit. Now many people see the light and they say, we are seeing the light, now we have become the light. If you become the light, do you see the light? You see the light when you are away from the light. If you see the light, then it is not that you have become the light, but you are seeing the light, that means it is away from. So we must have a full idea as to what is the light within ourselves. When we have light within ourselves, we see ourselves clearly and others clearly, and understand ourselves and understand others. And in that light, if you have the knowledge how to cure, how to improve, how to cleanse yourself and others, then you are the light. And that's what exactly happens to you. Then the spirit is the source of compassion. And you become extremely compassionate and discreet. Because you know which person is all right, which person is not all right. For example, a person is there who may be at home. He's cheating. And he says, I'm a great saint. How are you to find it? Only through vibrations. Because you become like a computer which is connected. If the computer is not connected, then it cannot say it is indiscreet. But once it is connected, all the programming is done in you. You start working it out, and you know exactly what that sort of a person is. As soon as you know that person, you know what should be done about it. Even if the person is dead, even if he is far away, you can find out about that person. And also, if he is a great saint, a great personality, you enjoy it. Even you enjoy the people who are around you, whom you have missed, you never knew about them. So that first time the rapport is established between human beings of a very pure nature. Normally there is some lust, some greed, some sort of a relationship that exists. Here is a pure relationship of enjoyment. Every human being is a source of joy when he becomes a spirit. As soon as he becomes the spirit, you start enjoying him as a spirit, and he also enjoys you as a pure spirit. There is no lust, no greed, nothing of the kind. Nothing common, like two drunkards have great friendly people. One of them gives up alcohol, then there is no friendship. Two nations will say we are brothers, brothers, and when it comes to reality, you will find they are the ones fighting with each other. It can happen to two own brothers born of the same parents. It can happen to anyone. But once you are born of your spirit, you feel the oneness, that all cells belong to one great being. Microcosm becomes the macrocosm, and you do not feel that separateness from another personality, as you all the time feel you have fear you have apprehensions, you are bothered. But once you become that, you trust and you know that another one is a great human being. Only the human beings are the ones who have created atomic bombs to kill each other. No animals have done like this. Only the human beings have a great capacity to destroy it. But all these ideas of destruction of others goes away and you think of constructing everyone into a beautiful way without aggressing anyone, without torturing anybody, without trying to show off. It just automatically works. And this compassion is the compassion which doesn't talk. It's a silent compassion which emits from such a personality. And when it emits, it acts, it works, it doesn't talk. Such a person, even with a glance, can make a person peaceful, can bring joy to that person, can reconcile many broken hearts, can do wonders, can cure lepers, can cure people suffering from horrible diseases. Because joy, which we talk of, has got its own powers. And one of the greatest powers of joy is that it is the truth and it is the compassion. It's the absolute. It is the absolute. And that's how you do not have any more confusions in your minds, because the relative world disappears. And everything gets related to the absolute, that is your spirit. And this is what you are. You are the spirit. Only thing you have to just become. And that becoming is a very easy thing that should happen. Some people must have read some books where they must have heard that is not such an easy thing. You have to do lots of cleansing yourself, and you have to go to Himalayas or some sort of a Gobi desert to take your moksha. In any case, if you go to Himalayas or to Gobi desert, you get your moksha, all right. There's nothing to try anymore. But it is that whatever is vital, you have to get it easily. You breathe so easily. You digest your food so easily. You don't have to go to a guru or to anyone to get it. So whatever is vital has to happen easily. And that's why you have to get it very easily. Now you may say, why you are there, mother? What are you doing there? If you have to get it, why not we get it direct? You cannot. Because it cannot talk. It does not have words. And somebody has to decode it for you. After decoding, you must, like scientists, accept me just as a hypothesis and then see for yourself if it is true or not. You should not just discard it because I am saying so, or you should not accept it because I am saying so. But as scientists, keep your mind open and see for yourself if it works. You must accept. If you are honest, you will. But if you are dishonest, you will not. Of course, this is not meant for frivolous people who want to waste away their life, who wants to go towards destruction. God is not going to fall at their feet. He selects. In a way, He does select. And you yourself go into this selection. You yourself are found out in this selection. So it is for you to understand that it is meant for true seekers, seekers of truth, who are really seeking God, and not for people who are just doing it out of fashion.
we can feel the silence within. In a few moments, we will open our eyes to finish our program. Tie up Kundalini, put on a bandhan.
Such a beautiful meditation, such lovely music. One doesn't want to get out of it.
Mm. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. And I think we all felt there that when it's all said and done, we go into silence and clearing the music and everything just takes us to that place where we do become silent within, and we can just feel the vibrations very strongly. In fact, why don't we just all feel above our head now and just see what we can feel.
Yeah.
Holding the hand there about 10 or 20 centimeters above the head, and just see what we feel on our central nervous system, as Shri Mataji was saying in the talk. That's what it's all about. And even with the hands on the lap, you can just feel the coolness. And if there are any little anomalies, then that's good. It's good to know about those, but we can just leave it all to our Kundalini.
Absolutely. All the sensations that we feel, it's this beautiful indication that this living mother that is living within us, this mother Kundalini, is doing all the living work for us and is bringing us into balance. And that balancing of the left channel by keeping the left hand on the lap and dropping the right hand to the Mother Earth. And then by keeping the right hand and doing like a Chimame effect, clears our right channel. And then we keep both hands on the lap for the center channel. It's just wonderful. It just clears away all of the day, all of the week, all of the events that have happened. And then with Shri Mataji's talk, it helps us to bring us into the present. What's really important is that we're here and now. And that wonderful music, just fantastic. We just go into such a deep state of meditation that's even hard to talk after that.
In fact, we were going to come back and have our chat and everything directly after that piece of music, but that silence that we enjoyed then was spontaneous, and we could all feel it. And so we had a beautiful silent meditation there right at the end. And thanks for taking us through and bringing us to that point, Lisa, that oneness of spirit, which is what it's all about.
At the end of the day, we're all instruments, and ultimately it's the Divine Mother who has taken us to this place by us simply having our desire for that. So thank you that we could share this together, because all together the experience is deeper and stronger.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, of course, we can meditate in silence at home, and when we do, we become connected with each other, but then to come together as human beings, collectively like this, or in a room somewhere, we really then start to experience that oneness of spirit that we all aspire to. So,
Yeah, it's the
as
biggest
usual, there's not much that can be said after you've touched that silence and established that connection. There's really not too much to say. I guess we'll just, as you suggested, Lisa, we can finish now by raising our Kundalini and giving ourselves a bandhan, because we want to not so much end the meditation, because we want to stay in this state. And to help us to do that, we just, again, raise some more strands of this Kundalini and give ourselves a protective bandhan. And then we're going to finish tonight with another beautiful piece of music. Lisa, can you tell us about this last piece of music that we're going to enjoy?
Yes.
Just before we raise our Kundalini.
This piece of music has the lyrics of a short poem by William Blake. The song is called The Golden String, and it's performed by a group called One Tree, who are based in Vienna, a group of Sahaja yogi musicians. After that, there will be Rag Durga, played by Stephen Day. It's actually a live performance that was here in Perth in 2019. And we'll keep the picture of Shri Mataji there, so anyone who wants to continue on with meditation and until the program stops with the music, you're more than welcome. I'm sure some of us will stay back and enjoy that. So we'll tie up our Kundalini, put on a bandhan, and enjoy the beautiful vibrations continuing on. Thank you, spiritual family.
Thank you.
Sahasra